How's it going? Good evening. Time for another round of Valhalla. It is Christmas Eve. Holy crap. Gonna send out the tweet and then we can get this party started. How's everyone's night going? I'll put this aside. Alright, we're all set. So it's time to get this party started. Good evening, anyone. Rising Gamer here with a cup of coffee. Reason? I've been up since 4 a.m. I don't know how you many people. I don't have that much energy left in me. So we're gonna keep on going. We have Christmas Eve going on. I paid my bills. Jill got to air some of her grief to one of her friends, and so we're feeling better. So it's time for work. Good evening. Ah, hey Jill. How are you feeling? I won't say good, but not that bad, I guess. That's nice to hear. Where's Gil? Did he run away again? Nah, I have him on errand duty, buying the drinks for tomorrow. That sounds weird, coming from the owner of a bar. Every drink from here would come out of our own funds. So if we're gonna spend money, we might as well get more variety. Besides, those kind of walks are always good for Gil. How? So you're the boss. Who's coming so far? Well, there's the three of us, the dogs. You invited Titty Hacker. Gil invited Jamie. Oh yeah, I also invited Dorothy when I called her to spend the night with you. Oh, sweet, sweet, questionable sex, I forget the term for droid is for them, but, sweet. Sounds good so far. Invite anyone else you feel like inviting, the more the merrier. I could, but I bet everyone's made up plans by this point. That's true. I'll be in my office. Call me should anything arise. Okay. Alright, Chicks Box. Let's change it up a bit. Let's see. We'll do that one, 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 and with welcome to Valhalla. Let's get this started. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Wait here, I'll check inside. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, a BTC bar. And who are you two? Excuse me, do you know where the Athena Convention Center is? Why does that place make people get lost so easily? They should have called it the Minotaur Center. Yeah, it's not a good joke, Jill. I don't think they get it. Hold on, let me scribble the directions on paper. Thanks. Go to the right when you see a building filled with hobos. This should be it. Thanks a lot. Anything else I can help you with? Eh, what the hell? I'll have a drink. What about you? A Brantini, please. Right. The girl asked for a Brantini. The Littlem? That's what it was. The Littlem freaks me out. Okay, Brantini. My eye contacts will work with my eyes today. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1. Age O. Here you are. Thanks. That's an interesting outfit in this cold season, miss. Well, I'm actually cosplaying, so call me Villa for the time being. And your little friend is... Essentia. I get it, you're cosplaying too. No. Sure, let's go with that. Oh dear. Have you heard of a game called Va-11 Bartender? That cult classic game that has seen like 3 remastered versions by 6 different companies this year? That one. We're in a cosplay group dedicated to it and we got lost on the way. I heard you talking to someone outside. Oh yeah, a friend is cosplaying as Alex. I told him to wait outside. Shouldn't he enter? He'll be fine. Something amiss? There's a girl behind you. Short hair, black sailor uniform, missing an arm. What? Wearing jeans under a skirt? Now, don't spook the bartender. Spook? Anything else? I'll get a fluffy dream and be on my way. And you? I'm fine. Fluffy dream. A couple of these will make your tongue feel velvety. More of them and you'll be sleeping soundly. 3, and 2. Alright, and boop. Fluffy dream. Here you go. Yep, this is the thing. Seriously though, should you leave your friend outside like that? He'll be fine. He started chatting with one of the vending machines. I'm sorry? They were talking about R&B music. I don't know how to respond to that. Does your friend prefer the 1980s R&B or the 1970s? 1980s, I think. Oh shit. Boss, Diddy, R&B. I'm coming. You see, Diddy is a 1970s purist. He has tased people for even liking 1980s R&B before. He got tased! Jeez, it's too late. Oh god. He'll be fine. Vending machines have very weak tasers. He'll be confused for a couple of minutes, but that will be that. You should go check on him though. Right, thanks again for the directions. Please come again. At least it wasn't Franco-Belgian comic opinions this time. Black sailor uniform. I hope I'm just overthinking it. More importantly though, jeans under a skirt. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh hey Dorothy. Oh, hi honey. Are you okay? I just kind of wandered in here. I guess I'm a bit distracted. Can Lily just wander? Can I get you something? Oh, a sugar rush. Yeah, that. Right. Dorothy's not asked for a sugar rush, though, but hasn't she told me about a drink that cheers her up? Oh, mighty friends of Google, please tell me this. What is the drink that makes Dorothy happy? Let's see. Christmas Eve, so... Alright, oh yeah, that's right, that was their drink that cheered her up, didn't it? Piano Woman. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here you go. This is... Didn't you say you liked having a piano woman whenever you felt like celebrating or feeling down? I did. Wait, I did! You actually remembered such a thing! Oh, she just had the look in her eye. You're so sweet. I was half expecting her to say that she meant a literal piano woman. Glad I was wrong. So much silence. By the way, thanks for staying with me the other day. Turns out I really needed that. So, did you enjoy the soda? Oh, did you find that one out? Was it supposed to be a secret? No, but don't go around telling everyone about that. I did it because it was you who needed my help, but a hug night is usually one of my most expensive services. It is? Hey, I don't know if the client has body odor or something like that. Not to mention it limits the chance of getting any other client that night. Still, did it help? Yeah, it helped me cool down a lot. So for what Dana told me, someone close to you died, right? Yeah. Do you want to know more about it? Do you want to tell me about it? I brought it up enough times already, I think. No problem then. You were sad and that's all I needed to know. Sorry for the loss though, I mean it. Thanks. Although I've wondered for a while, do you really understand death? Sorta. Kinda. Our whole database is constantly being backed up in the collective source. Even if our bodies are destroyed, we can be deployed again with our personalities and memories intact. So our concept of mortality might be different. We do have a fear of death, though. You do? We can't even begin to understand the idea of not being redeployed. While we have built-in warnings, the mere idea of that nothingness is paralyzing. There are few that don't mind it, but we do fear death and we don't wish it on anyone. In fact, that was the argument used for abolishing the whole 3 laws thing. You seem quite knowledgeable about robot history. Seeing what others have done to that makes sure I can live like I do helps me not take things for granted. Seriously though, those laws were bullshit. You can't harm humans, can't disobey humans unless it's about hurting them. And you can protect yourself as long as it doesn't harm humans. I mean, sure, the first AIs were just helpers and tools, but how could those laws still apply to them after they achieved self-awareness? Who in their right mind would abide only by rules inscribed in some old book? If I remember correctly, those were only the distilled versions of the laws some writer imagined over 100 years ago. They were a reduced version of all his ideas. However, many authors afterwards took to them like they were very laws of physics or something. And like many other things, people distill and exaggerate what they need and use it to their favor. Wow, you're a nerd. Look who's talking. Let's change the subject back though. Mood's getting gloomy. Since I load up my helping source. Alright, there we go. Let's see, just scroll down here. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're back. Your apartment is very comfy, you know. It's a tad small though, sorry about that. And your cat is so cute. What was his name again? Foray? Why Foray? I figured if he ever got lost, at least I wanted to be able to yell, Foray! Four! It happened once. You'd be surprised about how many golf players you run into. And every time you play with them, you can say it's foreplay. Yeah. He was also named after someone. Really? Who? A lone kid that wanted to transcend. Ugh, my words. What? Movie character or something? Sure, let's go with that. Huh? Do you want anything else? Let's see if you know me that well. Give me something I'd like. Okay then, what would Dorothy order? It still works, yeah. She did say she likes the piano woman. Let's just give it to her again. Here. Good. That's cheating. You just served me this drink. Still right, isn't it? Yep. I still can't believe you actually remembered what I said about the piano woman. It's always good to keep note of what regulars like, you know? I've wondered for a while, though, why do you keep coming back here? For you, of course. Oh, so sweet. Come again? Why else would I come if not to see you? You're one of the few people willing to hear me out, always filled with curiosity. And you're cute. Talking to cute people is always nice. There's also the bar, the way it's insulated from the noise of the city. It's really comfortable. And it's just a bit away from the street I've always at. A win-win situation. I see. It was weird to see you down, though, especially since you're always so lively. Well, I wasn't down, really. I was just thinking about a lot of things. Like what? Well, my mom, or guardian, asked me to go home on Monday for a bit. And as much as I love her, being with her is usually tiring. Guardian? That whole thing about someone taking care of a loan after they're deployed until they reach maturity, right? Yep, and I'm proud to say that I've reached psychological maturity in just 1 year. They always try and keep a varied pool of volunteers to make the collective source grow faster. So what's wrong with your guardian? Well, she still treats me like a kid. The worst part is that sometimes I fear she might see me as some sort of replacement for her dead daughter. Dead daughter? I was deployed to her not long after she lost her daughter. A contrived coincidence, really. Even when I was still developing self-awareness, I always feared she might be using me as a replacement. She didn't, though, or at least not consciously. At times she would just stop doing something or return a gift she's given me. And she felt like she was projecting too much of her daughter onto me. What irony that years later I'd make a living pretending to be someone else in the bedroom. How's that? Well, most of the time my job involves role-playing, a daughter, a student, some helpless kid. Well, let's not go into much detail with that one. It means I've got many clients looking exactly for that, but on the other hand, from a professional standpoint, I'd rather have them hire me because of me. Because of my character, not because I'm the one that role-plays as little girls. Maybe I need to exaggerate some attribute. What's the problem with your guardian then? If you do that on a daily basis, why worry about it? Because I don't want to make her sad. Every time I visit her, I fear she might look at me and see her daughter. That seeing me makes her sad. At this point, I don't even care if she's projecting her daughter onto me. I just don't want to make her feel sad. At least she's sweet about it. Did you try talking with her? How so? Telling her just what you said to me. Clear up those fears. I mean, unless she's not the kind to want anyone opening up to her, that is. I never really thought about talking to her about that. It doesn't sound like something you just bring up, though. Keep it in mind, at least. Maybe she'll appreciate the gesture. I wouldn't know, though. I haven't met her. She's a really nice woman. The problem is mostly with me, I think. Well, then I'm taking my break. Oh, I'll be leaving then. No, what I was trying to say is that I'm taking my break. You want to come? Really? If you don't mind talking on a chilly night in an alley behind the bar, that is. I've done worse in alleys. Again, details, Dorothy, you shouldn't be sharing. Let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Alright. Ah, sweet. Intermission. Oh, she smokes still. Want one? Are you really offering a little girl a cigarette? Now you're a little girl? I always am. Innocence, however, is another matter entirely. But anyway, thanks. No. Smoking seriously messes with my air filters and they're a hassle to replace. Don't mind me though, smoke to your heart's content. Thanks. So why don't you tell me about this guardian of yours? I want to know what kind of woman she is. Sure. Well, her name is Sophia Graham. Graham? She's a retired PE teacher. Nowadays she works at a gym during the morning shift. She's pretty fit, if I do say so myself. She had a daughter. Apparently she suffered from machine rejection all of her life. Oh, her guardian's her ex's mother. It comes in full circle. Oh, that's gonna be awful. And when she finally healed, she was hit by a truck. What was her daughter's name? I don't know. I never asked, really. Are you okay? I'm reading Fear. Or is that Surprise? It's hard to tell. I'm fine. Yeah. Wait. Read? Well, I don't see emotions like you do. I have to make do with a combination of body heat readings, face recognition, and context. I'm still a bit confused about some, but I've gotten better with time. Anyway, you sure you're fine? Yeah. Scared or surprised, she's not wrong, though. Wait, does that mean your last name isn't really Hayes? Hayes is just my artistic name. Sounds more exotic, and that's what people usually look for in this business. I tried other names, though. Dolores Hayes, Genesis Graham. I tried Dorothy Warrior once, but a legal team came out of nowhere and stopped me cold. So what's your legal name, then? Rebecca Dorothy Willow Graham. A bit of mouthful, if you ask me. So Dorothy's actually your second name. Should I call you something like Becky, then? People have always called me Dorothy rather than Rebecca for some reason. That's why I chose it. It's useful too. People have tried to falsify stuff using my name and they always get caught. Because they use Dorothy Hayes as their name? Yep. Only my mom, or guardian, calls me Rebecca, so it's weird to hear it from others. What about Willow? Willow's my first surname, actually. When I got registered, my guardian was married to a guy who had Willow as a last name. Shortly after I joined their household, they separated, so I was left with his family name first. Hold on, so your real name in short would be Rebecca Willow? Doesn't have the same pizzazz to it, if you ask me. Whatever you say, Becky. Stop it. It'd be like if I called you Julianne all of a sudden. Whoa, that was anger I just read now. Lots of anger. I think it's weird enough if you call me Jill instead of Honey. Weird, huh? How can you end up feeling associated with a name that's not yours? I have an uncle that always called me Tina. He kept calling my cousin Tina Jill for some reason. He never was minded though, because he's calling us what he thinks we're called instead of mixing us up. That and it's completely useless to try and correct him. But you know, maybe the effect is true for your clients too. How so? Well, you're worried about your clients not hiring you because you're you, right? What do you think about what happens when it's announced that a character will be played by a different actor? Sure, it's a character, but people also going for the actor playing the character. So you're saying they go for my roleplay instead of not just mere roleplay? Sounds too far-fetched. Sounds plausible, actually. Okay, honey, I'll take my leave now. Don't want to take up all your break. Thanks for the chat. See you at the party tomorrow. Bye. I need to remember to buy more cigars. Back, did I miss something? Unless you count the worst pay-per-view main event fight I've seen all year. Not really, no. Alright. Going out? I'll have a word with Gogo outside. He was so hyped for that match, he must be devastated. Okay. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey, Say. Say, nice to see you, girl. How you doing? Say, how's Say doing? How you doing? The nightmares have stopped, so I'm sleeping better. Thank goodness. Ahem. How about your injuries? My bones are healing nicely. My wound's finally closed. The scars itch a bit, though. Well, that's good to hear. Are you by yourself today? Yeah, I'm running a couple of errands by myself today, but I wanted to come here for a while. I also noticed the big guy from last time is outside. Buster? Stella doesn't want me being alone while I'm still healing, so she suggested taking him with me. Ah, I see. What can I get you? Something cold. Alright, something cold for Say. Something cold. I think we should see, yeah. They're paying the bar arts associations. But it's cold? I guess. Alright, PL man it is. Bill, 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 bill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Here you go. Yeah, this is the one. Why drink something cold when the weather outside is all so cold too? It's not that cold, actually. Girl, you're in a tank top and it's Christmas Eve. It better be cold. Boys always had decent tolerance for the cold, so I'm not a good reference. So Stella isn't with you today? She's throwing a mega Christmas party tomorrow and is having a meeting today. I'm just helping her by checking on some of the things she ordered. And here I was, all ready to invite you to the party we're throwing tomorrow. You're throwing a party too? Sorry about that, can't really say no to Stella. Maybe next time? If there's a next time at all. Don't worry about it, it's not a big deal. I want you to know that I want you to have a good time. Have fun, drink a couple beers in our honor. I will then. What are Stella's Christmas parties like? They're really big, there's lots of food and drinks and music. Sometimes there's too much food though. So at the end of the party, she lets the staff take home whatever's left. She also buys toys for all the children of her staff members. Oh really, she's like a Santa Claus, how generous. She says something about taxes or whatever, but during the whole thing she just shines. She uses it as a tax excuse. She carries a beaming smile that I don't see any other day of the year. Many of the kids that have even started calling her Auntie Ella. Stella always does her best to put up a tough girl facade, but she's very much in touch with her inner child. Christmas, Easter, Halloween, name a party and she's most likely celebrates it big. Interesting. Do you like parties, Jill? I don't mind them. They're a good place to see people. I'm not one to actively look for parties to attend, though. I just don't mind going to them. Huh, I see. I only go to parties that Stella's attending, because otherwise I'd just stand there without anything to say. And I'm not one to wear dresses, you know? You're not? I'm a tad too ripped. They don't look cute on me. Although with all this healing I have to do, I won't be as fit for a while. They're too, breezy too. I feel like I'm wearing nothing. But I bet you look good in a dress, Jill. Oh, let's see. Been years since I last wore one. I wouldn't know. Last time I wore one, I remember worrying my arms were too thin or something like that. We all have a complex, huh? I mean, even Stella has her own. That's hard to imagine. Oh, but she does have one. She just stresses a lot about her bust size. Really, she's not that small. I think I'm smaller than her, in fact. Actually, it's the opposite. The opposite kind of complex, I mean. She's a bit self-conscious about having a big chest. Really? Again, I've seen bigger chests than hers, to be honest. Although I guess comparisons are useless here, they rarely help with complexes. Well, she goes to the extra mile to hide it. In fact, I have no idea how she does it. I mean, I've seen her before and after she tucks them away, but I guess I never cared enough to ask the specifics. That's also why when she goes out, she styles her hair in those, drills. They look a bit drilly, don't they? She styles her hair like that to help divert attention away from her chest. She seems affluent enough, why not go through a reduction surgery? Because she also kind of likes having that size. She takes her bust size after her mom, and Miss Carmine is quite proud of her chest. Puffing out your chest is a sign of confidence, and a bigger chest means more confidence to show. She says something along those lines a lot. Stella's quite the admiration for her mom, so I guess breast reduction would feel like betraying her. Huh. You learn something new every day. So I'm making it sound like she's hiding J-cups or something like that. I guess in a taller or thicker person, her size would be normal. She's just a bit shorter or thinner than the norm. Do you get self-conscious about your bust size, Jill? Not really. I've been more self-conscious about my height. Although it usually comes up whenever I'm not being average height hinders me somehow. What about you? Yes and no? It's not my bust size, but rather that I look too manly sometimes. Girl, what are you talking about? You are beautiful. Right, people? I mean, I am in love with this character. This right here. This look all around. And respect to women with muscles. And I can't help but wonder if bigger boobs would help with that. You're fine, don't worry. Thank you. Can I get anything else? Do you have something non-alcoholic? I do, give me a sec. Something non-alcoholic. I believe that was called a Bleeding Jane. Yeah, that's right, there's no alcohol in it. Nope, 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 nope. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, nope. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Nope. Let's try this again. Okay. Here you go. Thanks. You're not one to drink that much alcohol, are you? It makes me feel sleepy, or at the very least makes my legs go numb. Those are interesting side effects. It's an annoying feeling, to be honest. Makes me wonder what's so good about getting drunk. I mean, I'm not above it, but it's not exactly a pleasant feeling. You feel like you're sleepy even when you're not. Your legs go numb, everything starts sounding funnier than it really is. What's so good about not being able to control yourself? That's a good question, actually. Usually people feel like feeling numb because that numbness helps them forget their problems. Even when we don't talk about alcohol, there's a portion of people that can't afford food, or who are suffering from some pain that only alleviates when drunk or high. It doesn't sound really logical on the paper, but then again, humans are rarely, if ever, logical creatures. Despair and pain cloud your judgment and make you do stupid things sometimes. Yeah, I've seen that firsthand. This world has an ugly side nobody deserves to be a part of. There's also a matter of addiction, you know? You start just liking the drink, but then you need more of it, and before you know it, you're hooked. Oh yeah, that too. So tell me, what kind of party are you guys throwing? Nothing fancy, it'll just be me, Boss, Gil, and a couple of regulars. They'll bring food, we'll chat for a while, and that's it. Man, that sounds so good. At least better than the whole playing madness Stella is throwing right now. If you ever throw something like that again, let me know, you hear? Sure. Hey, Say? Yeah? What do you plan on doing now? I'm gonna check one last errand before going home. No, I mean, what do you plan on doing now with the old White Knights disbanded and all? To be honest, I don't know. I never prepared a plan B because I figured if you can go with a plan B, why not just make it with plan A? I'm not the brightest person, so I never graduated from college or even high school. What? I could go for a position with the police, but it wouldn't be as thrilling. And I'm tired of blatant corruption. Sick of it. Oh. But I'm alive. I learned something after that hell in Apollo Trust. Life is not something you can just throw away easily. Climbing my way out of that place made me realize just how much I want to be alive. The body count left in the bank was ridiculous, but I'm still here. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm alive. I'll figure it out sooner or later. Good for you. That's nice to know. Well, I gotta go. Bye, Jill. Good luck with the party. Please come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Mr. Detective. Hey there, go. Give me a strong drink, won't you? Alright, strong drink. Something manly. Believe it was a Mars blast last time. Powder for these. Two. All blended. Let's try this again. Oh. Let's wait till it actually shakes hard then. Alright, there we go. Here you go. Yes, this'll do. So, what brought you here? Nothing special. I was just working on a case and I happened to be in the area. What kind of work? Tracking someone. A gun for hire. What about the girl? Crimson something? I am tracking that girl. Didn't you just get out of that job? I did, but the guy offered a huge amount of money and, well, I just couldn't refuse again. Well, it's your life, not mine. I wonder, though, there has to be more to that whole thing than just acting as middleman to look for some murderer. Say, how safe is this place? Protected by the PTC property laws, the walls are soundproof. And I really couldn't give less of a shit about selling info to anyone. Okay then, wait. Soundproof walls? Why? Did you see those vending machines outside? They're quite talkative, the bastards. Be annoying without those walls. Alright then. Have you heard of Lord Lance Lavender? Nope. He's some big name from Kanyevania. His blood apparently has some weird reaction to Glitch City's nanomachines. Once in contact with the air, it does nothing. But if it's still fresh and touching someone's blood, the nanomachines will initiate a reaction. Essentially, they'll just eat through the other person's body until there's nothing left. They're using him as a guinea pig to see what causes that reaction and if it could be used to fight nanomachine rejection. Uh-huh. Well, it turns out the Crimson Rose is his daughter. She left years ago to earn her living here and hasn't seen her ever since. He could be lying, you know. Doubt it, I did my research. She really is his daughter. Why didn't you figure that out earlier? I had no clue who was making the contract, and tracking all the messages to the source would have been too costly. Knowing who the sender was made things easier. I see. Can I get you anything else? What about a cobalt velvet? Alright, cobalt velvet. Here you are. Oh, you actually did it. Were you expecting me to mess up so you didn't have to pay? No. So what made you accept the contract anyway? Keeping in mind all the risks you told me last time. He told me he wanted to see her again one last time, or at the very least, deliver her a message. He couldn't have been lying. Yes, people lie, you've made your point. Even then, I felt like I couldn't say no. I mean, I know what it's like not being able to find your daughter. What's it like to be apart from her, not knowing what she's doing or even if she's alright? You do? I have a daughter, she's about your age. When she was a teen, we had a big fight and she ran away from home. At first, I just waited for her to show up, but then I started getting worried and went out to find her. I couldn't find any trace of her. When I had seen her, soon I was worried if something might have happened to her. I guess that's how my tracking seals and list of contacts began to grow. I finally found her taking cover in some dumpster unconscious from starvation. So yeah, I just couldn't say no to his request of finding his daughter. But I don't expect you to understand. So how's the search going? I'm very close to finding her. That girl's pretty good at covering her tracks. Compared to her from before the bank incident, though she seems slower somehow. Either she's let her guard down or something else is happening. What will you do when you find her? I have this letter I'm supposed to deliver to her. I don't know what it says and I don't want to find out. What if she tries to kill you? I might not look like it, but I can take care of myself, bartender. You don't stay so long in this business without picking up a couple of tricks. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, I better get back to work before her trail goes cold. Please come again. Are you done? Yep. Okay then, I want you here tomorrow at 8 p.m. No working beforehand, the bar will be closed tomorrow. Come dressed in your absolute best, we're having a party after all. Alright. Where's Gil, by the way? He stored all of our things in his home because of how close it was to the stores. So I told him to go home already and bring the stuff tomorrow. I see. Well, see you tomorrow, boss. Hold on, wait a bit and I'll go with you. Oh, sure, thanks. I know this small party is what you need. Aw, sweet. Merry Mega Christmas. Let us celebrate Santa's resurrection as the Mega Santa that saved Christmas from the Redmonds. Happy holiday. party then. I'll bring you leftovers. That's adorable. Alright, let's save here. And then let's check the reports. Say I went to wrestling here. I think I sold this one already. Yep. Va-11 receiving mysterious messages. Update 2 by Lana Smithy. The messages have suddenly stopped and everything is normal again. Still, we can't stop wondering what's the deal. Was it a prankster, or someone who just discovered how to subvert public communication channels to enlil? Either way, some reports indicate that Little's behavior has been rather unusual as of late, although we can only imagine the confusion they were going through. Not the first time. Let's not forget that something similar happened 5 years ago when Little's advancement was at its historic high. Fortunately, nothing came out of it. Will it happen again? Time will tell. Do I kind of read it like Dateline Keith? Or like Bill Hader's version? Is it sexist to have an army of robot women? The ones without an artificial intelligence, mind you. The king of the West, Kanye, from the western nation of Kanye-vania, has approximately 6,000 robot soldiers, all of whom look like the hottest girls around. But is this show of quirkiness from the wacky dictator problematic? I can't do it right. Was it wishing the volleyball? Oh, that kind of thing. Those dictators from Venezuela or whatever they do just do what they want. They don't give a shit. Mariana Zimmer, 35, told the Augmented Eye during a street interview. They're all pretty hot though. If I was him, I'd have done the same. Why bother with the real thing when you just make them from scratch to make your every needs? More as we investigate. Yori is the best show this season by Lana's Little Mitty. If you weren't a fan of Yori or slice of life shows already, then be prepared to join the Moat Church this season with the premiere of Yori, one of the funniest shows I've seen in recent years. The pals at the popular Danger U forum seem to have divided, however. This is such an obvious pandering. Remember when anime was about women doing womanly things and beating the shit out of each other? What is this trash? You girls are just haters who hate their lives. I'm going to marry Sheena Sue. Wake me up inside. You can catch YY every Friday on RSTV. I'm a nerd. I take offense to that, Jill. Hey, Christmas is here. I'm way too used to Christmas, but the mega tradition here in Glitch City is mega comfy. I know it's an incredibly absurd name, and the holiday isn't any less crazy due to its origin, but I find it amazing how GC managed to replace the original festivities. Some places celebrate Christmas eating fried chicken, but here they outright changed the holiday. Well, it's not that different, considering they have the same dates, but it's still pretty cool. Oops, gotta go. Time to sign some books. Let's see. Every now and then, I wonder if I'll ever meet my significant other. All the stimuli from being born just 3 years ago, and directly being thrown into this wonderful disaster that is the idol industry makes me think of all the things I'm missing. Accidental love, lost love, or even the gentle touch of another person. I feel like I'm in this bubble that won't let me catch all possible feelings, and my senses get tired of the same environment. I want to meet new people, places, because even though I have a large bank of knowledge, I actually never experimented with what most consider normal. But you already know that from my songs. Thanks, GC. Oh, how I love this place. So much energy, so much love. I could feel the optimism in the air. Even after the struggles, you still come to see me, and I got to experience the loudest and craziest crowd in my whole career. I'm beyond speechless. That said, I'm excited to announce that we'll have a second date in the city. It wasn't easy to set up, but I'm so happy my agency approved it. This was by far our biggest show, and I can't wait to experience it again. See you soon, darlings. Alright, I believe that is officially everything we need to do, so we're going to end the stream on this note here. I'm dead tired. I had to wake up at 4 in the morning to get ready for work. Okay, starting Saturday, we'll be continuing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney with my sister Minnie Misery. Be sure to join us on that one. And Sundays is now officially, for the foreseeable future till I get angry about it, Demon Souls Sunday. So I played a little bit after I finished the stream. I got slightish for it. I figure out what I have to do and where I have to explore next. So come join me on that one. Otherwise, Tuesdays it's art streams, and every Wednesday it's gonna be Valhalla until this finishes, and then maybe I'll go to the coffee talk, or I'll try to find something else to play. But that's all down the road. Either way, let me know what you like. You can reach me on Twitter at ArisingGamer. Don't be afraid to check it out. And I'll see you all next time, guys. Peace out.